Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Roman Reigns and his OG bloodline clinched a historic victory against Solo Sikoa and his heel bloodline at Survivor Series, War Games 2024. However, the saga is far from over as the original tribal chief has secured a singles match against Sikoa. The stars are set to engage in tribal combat at the premiere episode of Raw on Netflix on January 6, 2025. The winner will be awarded the Ula Fala and crown as the rightful tribal chief. The latest episode of Monday Night Raw saw the bloodline annihilate Jey Uso and Sami Zayn. This might pose a significant concern for Roman Reigns, as he could find himself outnumbered during the bout if Jey and Jimmy Uso are taken out. Following this, Reigns would require someone to watch his back in a sensational twist to protect himself from the members of the Bloodline 2.0. The original tribal chief could bring in Lance Anoa'i as the new member of his faction. The 32-year-old made his first WWE appearance in 2019, where Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon destroyed him before being saved by the OTC. Lance has reportedly signed a contract with WWE this year, and since then, there have been discussions about him joining the Bloodline saga. To return the favor that Reigns did for him 5 years back, Anoa'i could return and help him against Solo Sikoa and his crew in the absence of the Usos. The Bloodline saga has been one of the most interesting storylines in recent memory. Since his comeback, Roman Reigns has been gunning at Solo Sikoa to reclaim his position as tribal chief. There has also been speculation that despite Solo Sikoa claiming to be the tribal chief, it was someone else, namely The Rock, who was secretly controlling the new bloodline. There were rumors of the final boss and the OTC locking horns at WrestleMania 41. However, it seems that January 6 may mark the end of the Bloodline saga and Reigns may move on to a different feud. Some recent reports indicate that CM Punk and the original tribal chief might clash at WrestleMania 41 next year. However, this stays speculative at this point. It remains to be seen what plans the Triple H-led creative team has for this storyline moving forward. Introduction: The Tribal Chief and His Journey. Roman Reigns, the reigning undisputed WWE Universal Champion, has spent the last few years solidifying his status as one of the most dominant figures in WWE history. As the tribal chief, Reigns has molded the landscape of WWE around his leadership in the Bloodline, a faction that has redefined dominance in professional wrestling. However, his reign hasn't been without its challenges. There have been moments of dissent within the Bloodline, moments of vulnerability, and a looming question about whether Reigns would be able to maintain control over his empire as Reigns continues to face mounting pressure from all sides. A return from a WWE star, who has been absent for over 5 years, could play a crucial role in the development of his character and storyline. Imagine the return of a former Bloodline member, someone who once was an integral part of the family's legacy, coming back at the most unexpected time to help Reigns reclaim what he holds dearest, the Ula Fala. The Ula Fala, a symbol of power and legacy. The Ula Fala, the iconic Samoan tribal necklace, symbolizes the history, tradition, and strength of the Anoa'i family. In the storyline of WWE, this necklace is tied to the Bloodline's reign and serves as a powerful artifact that represents the authority and supremacy of the head of the family, currently held by Roman Reigns. The Ula Fala isn't just an accessory, it's a symbol of the tribal chief's role as the leader of the Samoan dynasty. For Reigns, the Ula Fala is not just a necklace, it is a crown of sorts, a reminder of his responsibility to lead and protect his family. Over the past 5 years, this necklace has been the cornerstone of his authority, and losing it would signify a loss of power, an event that would shatter the legacy he's built. But what if, in the absence of the Ula Fala, the only way to retrieve it is by calling upon an old ally, someone with deep roots in the Bloodline? This is where the return of a former WWE star could significantly shift the course of the storyline. The return of the forgotten Bloodline member, who could it be? The Samoan dynasty in WWE is extensive, with several family members contributing to the legacy of the Anoa'i bloodline. From the iconic figures of Rikishi, Yokozuna, and The Rock, to Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and even the late Umaga, the bloodline has been home to some of the most legendary names in professional wrestling. But there is one name that fans have often forgotten, and that name is Tamina Snuka. Tamina Snuka, the daughter of the legendary Jimmy Superfly Snuka, has often been a peripheral figure in WWE's storylines. Though she is the cousin of Roman Reigns, Jimmy, and Jey Uso, Tamina has largely been relegated to mid-card status throughout her career, with occasional stints in high-profile storylines. But what if, after 5 years of absence, she returns with a newfound purpose, seeking to help Reigns regain control over the Ula Fala and reassert herself as a dominant force within the bloodline? Tamina's motivations, more than just a return. Tamina's character has always been defined by her no-nonsense attitude, her brute strength, and her desire to prove herself within the confines of the Anoa'i family. However, she has rarely been given the spotlight to showcase her full potential. In recent years, Tamina has seemed to fade into the background, with occasional appearances and tag team bouts, but never truly reaching her potential. Her return to help Roman Reigns would be the perfect storyline to re-establish her as a top-tier WWE superstar. But why would Tamina help Reigns reclaim the Ula Fala? Tamina has always viewed herself as a protector of the bloodline's legacy. The downfall of the Ula Fala would signify the collapse of the Anoa'i dynasty, and no one understands the importance of that more than Tamina. A return after a 5-year absence would allow her to express her frustrations with how the family legacy has been mismanaged in her absence, and she could use her influence to bring Reigns back into the fold. At the same time, Tamina's return would provide her with the opportunity to seek out her own redemption. She would no longer be seen as just a background player. Her involvement would be pivotal in re-establishing the bloodline's dominance. She has the physical prowess, the experience, and the family connections to ensure that Reigns regains control over the Ula Fala, and by doing so, she would reclaim her rightful place as one of the most feared members of the Samoan dynasty. The storyline, the battle for the Ula Fala. The storyline could unfold in a number of different ways. Let's explore one potential path that sees Tamina return to WWE after a prolonged absence, helping Roman Reigns regain control over the Ula Fala. It all begins with a shocking moment on an episode of Raw. The Ula Fala, a symbol of Reigns' power, is stolen or taken from him, leading to a major loss in his reign as Universal Champion. The bloodline is fractured, with Reigns and the Usos scrambling to find a way to recover it. Despite their efforts, they are met with opposition at every turn, including interference from other factions or superstars who are eager to capitalize on Reigns' moment of vulnerability. Reigns, desperate to reclaim what is rightfully his, addresses the WWE Universe in a heart-wrenching promo. He expresses his anguish over the loss of the Ula Fala, and warns that no one is safe until it is returned to him. The tension is palpable, and it seems that Reigns is on the verge of losing everything he's built. At this crucial juncture, a familiar face appears. The crowd erupts as Tamina Snuka makes her shocking return to WWE. Dressed in tribal attire, Tamina walks down the ramp with a fierce intensity in her eyes. The Usos look on in awe as their cousin, a woman who once stood by their side, now enters to help restore the bloodline. Tamina's return would be celebrated as a moment of solidarity. She acknowledges the struggles that Roman has faced in his absence, and makes it clear that the Ula Fala cannot fall into the wrong hands. Her goal is simple: to help Roman regain what is rightfully his and ensure that the legacy of the Anoa'i family is never tarnished. The path to redemption, reigniting the bloodline. With Tamina by his side, Reigns' path to reclaiming the Ula Fala takes on a new dynamic. Together they embark on a series of matches and rivalries to take down the forces that oppose them. The Usos, with their incredible tag team chemistry, are an invaluable asset in this battle. The bloodline becomes more cohesive, with Tamina playing the role of the enforcer, ensuring that no one dares challenge the family's power. Over the next few weeks, the WWE Universe watches in awe as Reigns, with Tamina's help, systematically dismantles any faction or superstar that dares to challenge the Bloodline's authority. The storytelling behind their partnership would focus on family loyalty, heritage, and the intense bond shared between cousins. Tamina's role as the enforcer would also set her up for future feuds, with potential rivalries against the likes of Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, or even Bayley. But the journey doesn't end there. As Reigns prepares for a monumental match to regain the Ula Fala, Tamina's presence would serve as a reminder of what is at stake. Her contributions to the storyline would not only elevate Reigns as the ultimate tribal chief, but also bring a new dimension to her character, one of strength, power, and a deep connection to the Bloodline's legacy. Conclusion: the return of Tamina Snuka and the Bloodline's future. The return of Tamina Snuka would serve as a turning point for Roman Reigns and the entire Bloodline faction. Her presence adds depth to the ongoing storyline, creating fresh dynamics between family members and highlighting the importance of legacy. In helping Reigns reclaim the Ula Fala, Tamina re-establishes herself as a dominant figure within WWE, and the Bloodline's future becomes even more intriguing. The Ula Fala is more than just a piece of jewelry. It's a representation of power, tradition, and legacy. With Tamina's return, the story of the Bloodline is far from over, and the path to reclaiming the Ula Fala will be one of the most compelling narratives in WWE history. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.